the details in this story are absolutely insane, obviously. So
they're gross, bro. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Talking Whatever. We have got a crazy topic to discuss today.
Vincent.
With all sorts of fun little facts and disgusting little trinkets. I don't even know what to think of this. I really don't even know what to think. It's just, wow. Is everybody in show business bananas?
Well, listen,
like, are they all sexual deviants?
I guess if you spend long enough time making so much money, God knows what Vince McMahon's done over the last 30 years with women.
I get it.
To turn himself.
I get it, but I mean, have you done so much to where you have to resort to things like we've
Obviously,
heard that
we
haven't.
into? Unless you have a secret.
No. But I can't even see myself getting to the point where I'm like, you know what? A fresh tour is going to feel really nice right now.
Dude,
You don't want to...
The details in this story are absolutely insane, obviously. So
they're gross, bro.
Oh, it's.
I mean, they're not all gross. Some of them are like, okay, I can see guys being weird and shit, but dude, there's I like sex, and then there's like, I'm a complete freak that does the weirdest shit you've ever heard.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I think we should go through the story here and break it down.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Let's
break it down for everybody. Let's give them what's going on with good old Mr. McMahon. Mr. McMahon. Let's find out what Mr. McMahon's been doing in his his private time. So what we're basically going to do here is we're going to go into this unbiased. I don't know that what we've already researched is true or anything. We're going to really dive deep into this article, and we're going to see if we think it's true. I mean, that's all we can do. Who knows what the hell really happened? So Greg's going to run point with his notes. So Let's see what we got in this article, man.
So the plaintiff, I suppose, Janelle Grant, names defendants both Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis and the WWE. John Laurinaitis is an ex-pro wrestler and the company's former head of talent relations and general manager. That's who John Laurinaitis is. He's a character. He also played the general manager.
I was going to say, what was his name back in wrestling?
I can't remember, but he was a wrestler.
All right, I'll look it up later.
Janelle Grant is seeking unspecified monetary damages and to have the court void a $3 million non-disclosure agreement of which she alleges she received only $1 million. So basically, Vince McMahon made her sign an NDA. He said he would pay her $3 million to not disclose any of the acts that they did together. She only received $1 million. Yeah. So that's basically what's going on there.
Okay, time out. So what that tells me, off jump, what I'm feeling out of my gut is she was down with the shit that they were doing. She just, since she was not supposed to talk about it, she wanted her money. How do you get paid? What they say, hell hath no fury.
I mean, why?
Just saying.
Why on earth would Vince McMahon say do all these things? Now, granted, these alleged things, and
yes,
agree to give her $3 million, but not give her the $3 million. You would think that $3 million is well worth.
That's stupid.
You know, so.
And do you think $3 million is a lot to him?
So.
Yeah, if you really wanted to shut up, pay up, son.
Yeah, I mean, you want this lady to keep her mouth shut. You know, so just give her what you said you would pay for. What's Vince sparing? He's like, I'll just give you $1 million and then I'll stop paying you. So let's see if there's a reason for it. So. This lawsuit claims WWE benefited financially from the commercial sex act venture orchestrated by McMahon, including by having wrestling talent such as WWE superstar sign new contracts with WWE after McNabb presented plaintiff as a sexual commodity for their use. So she's saying that...
McNabb?
Did I say McNabb?
Did you just say McNabb? You totally said McMahon.
I meant to say McMahon. So
McMahon. He meant McMahon, so we're back into it. Go ahead.
So basically, when they were signing new talent, he turned around and offered her as sex to the talent.
Yeah.
As like a welcoming gift to maybe sign the deal.
How? I want to hear more before I come up with anything. Let's continue. Let me hear more.
Yeah. So and then it says McMahon and Johnny Laurinaitis on WWE property and using WWE funding both engaged in sexual assault and trafficking of Grant, both for their own pleasure and as a pawn to secure talent deals with prospective wrestlers they were recruiting. McNall, now 78 years old, forced Grant into a sexual relationship in order for her to get and keep a job and passed around pornographic pictures and videos of her to other men, including other WWE employees. McMahon repeatedly used sex toys named after other WWE employees, wrestlers, and performers to sexually groom Miss Grant for trafficking to those same people.
Come get Goldberg's spear. Here's the rock bottom. What?
How much do you want to bet the largest one was named Andre? I mean, are we going cliche with this?
Yeah, dude, of course. Of course.
You know,
of course.
You're gonna get Andre today. Like,
exactly.
Like, what the hell?
This is the real excellence of execution.
And this one's gonna tag in to give you the people's elbow. Oh, the people's elbow feels great.
And why does he look like Wayne Newton now? Just answer me that. With the little thin stash and the dark hair, like, yeah, go natural. You look better when you were gray. You look like a friggin' weirdo now.
I mean,
like now that he looks like this, all these allegations seem real.
So look, there's multiple ways to look at this, right? So like, if it's true and also if it's not true. If what we just read is true, meaning they're giving her to other people coming in, and he's using sex, the sex toys with the naming, like this world is just like that world, the wrestling world. Like there's obviously some crazy stuff going on. But again,
I'm going to be thinking about who he named him after for forever. I'm sorry.
I know.
It's Bam Bam Bigelow. I'm sorry. I
feel like I could believe the sex toy name stuff, but
it's hilarious. That's why I can't get out of my head. I'm like, what other His Coco Beware. It's the ultimate dildo. I mean, yeah. It's all fucking weird.
It's weird.
It's weird.
Vince is obviously a pervert to the nines. Again, I guess you spend so many years doing whatever you want.
Sexual deviance. All these entertainers.
I don't know. I don't know.
So the stories are all over. We hear crazy, weird things of sexual nature from Hollywood, from everywhere of big entertainment.
Dude, it gets between porn addiction and also like if people are big stars and they're constantly having sex with multiple women, 1 woman, 2 women, 3 women, 4 women, once a week, twice a week, 10 times a month. That just keeps going. It becomes
desensitized.
It keeps going. You get desensitized.
I get it. Well, then slow your deviancy down. Put down the cell phone while you're in the bathroom. Give yourself a break.
First of all,
it'll all be all right. I promise. It'll work again for normal sex.
I assume that it ain't fun for people like that because I would not want to have to go to any crazy lengths to have to get off. I don't want to do that.
Are you kidding me?
I just want to be normal. I don't need that shit.
100%.
All right, let's continue. So here's here's one. So, citing an example of McMahon's extreme depravity on May 9th of 2020, just in case you wanted to know the date that this happened. McMahon defecated on Miss Grant.
She's got a notebook. She's got a ledger.
McMahon defecated on Miss Grant during a threesome and then commanded her to continue pleasuring his friend with feces in her hair and running down her back, while McMahon went to the bathroom to shower off.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, lots of it. What? Okay, look, I'm going to say this right off jump. If I'm getting friendly and say a girl farts, I'm done. If there is a brown cloud in the room and that smell lingered, there's no way I could feel Mr. Happy Sexy Time. It's not working. Like, go wipe your ass. What are you I running down her, in her hair. Oh, come on, man.
What the hell hell's wrong with you people?
What's going on? Dude, you look like you're the Rock smelling.
I'm just, I'm making the worst mistake of my life. I'm trying to picture it, and I shouldn't be trying to picture it. But I'm just wondering.
Why? Why the hell would you want it?
Because I'm what? That is insane.
Huh?
That's absolutely insane. Here's the question, right? Do you believe it? Do you believe that? It's kind of hard to make up, right?
Okay, well, look, here's my thing. The reason I'm going to say most of this is probably spot on is because he did originally agree to pay her to shut up.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if he's trying to keep it out of the public eye, maybe the shit's real. But I did. The shit's real.
Pun intended.
It was.
But now, does that also mean at the same time that she was basically consensual in this whole thing? Because it
does seem that way to me. Yes.
But you would have if both.
Dude, who lets you dump on him and then says, "I'm going to stick around for my job"? What? Nobody needs money that bad.
Yeah, and then
just saying.
If she's taking the money, she took money for something. Look. We don't know what it is. She's saying it's these things. She took money for an NDA for something. That's not a secret. So it's her word against his. She's saying he shit on her head and all this other stuff, whatever. If she took the money,
is there criminal charges here?
If she takes money for something real, say she was forced. Let's just put it this way. Let's just say she was completely forced to do all these things. McMahon and John Laurinaitis held her down while McNabb took a shit on her head and he banged her up the ass at the same time.
McNabb. You said McNabb again.
I mean...
Poor number 5.
I mean...
Number 5 will always love you.
McMahon. Vince McMahon.
Okay.
Let's just say Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis completely held this woman down, banged her up the rear end, and shit on her head at the same exact time. And I'm talking about completely forcible, like completely forced. Do you take money? Do you take money in NDA?
This is all hypothetical.
So, like, how much of this?
That's why I'm asking. My question is, are there criminal charges being brought up here?
No.
Or is she just suing for money?
From everything that I read, this is just a civil suit, and she's coming forth. Because they didn't pay the NDA to complete NDA.
That means that she was cool with it.
They're calling her a courageous woman who's trying to keep this from happening to the next person. Now, the lawyer has to say those things.
Oh, sure.
The lawyer has to color it up.
Sure.
Does that make...
Courageous.
I'm not saying she isn't a victim. We do not know the extent of her victimhood. How much of it was consensual and how much of it was completely forced. I could see.
My opinion?
I could see a scenario where Vince.
I think it was all consensual.
I could see a scenario where Vince pushed the boundaries further than she wanted to.
Okay, I can see that as well, but she still allowed it. Because look, if you do something like that, if you go that far, you're going to the cops, man. I don't want to hear that victim.
You would think so.
Victim mentality where they want to just hide and shit. Nowadays, bullshit. They're jumping on that opportunity, but we're in the moment now where she was pissed that she didn't get paid, so now she's putting them on blast.
So I was going to say, wait for this to the end, but this is a good point you bring up because I was reading something and I thought this was interesting, so I'll just read it. McMahon stepped down as WWE's CEO in June of 2022 amid an investigation by the company's board into alleged hush money payments to women who accused him of sexual misconduct. As WWE's chief executive, McMahon made payments totaling $19.6 million dating back to 2007 related to alleged misconduct, the company disclosed. In March 2023, McMahon paid WWE $17.4 million for costs the company incurred in investigating misconduct. Okay, now when the point you just brought up is part of this is part of her seeing how much money he paid out to other people. That all because he had to step down in 2022, right? I think this NDA for her was in 2020. Like this girl, she's talking about acts that happened in like from 18 to 20 or 18 to 21. When she hears how much money other people were getting, and she only got paid part of what of a $3 million. What if she finds out one person got $13 million and then she turned around and saw that and now she's coming forward making these allegations? Well, if I only got $1 million, I could get $13 million and I took shit to the face. She took shit to the face or the head. I don't know where she took the shit. No matter what, it's fucking depraved and weird. And I just want to preface this again. I am not saying this girl isn't a victim. What we're saying is we don't know what she is. So I know people in the comments are going to be like, she was groomed, she was psychologically this, psychologically that. We are keeping all of that out of it.
That's possible.
All of that is
possible. I'm not saying that's not the case. I'm just saying if she didn't run to the police, I believe it. If she's looking for money, this was consensual. In my personal opinion, if that's the only problem here is that in the hush money didn't get paid. I'm not saying I do know what you say. Like he probably could have pushed it a little far. Dumping on her. Okay, that's just nuts, bro.
That's insane.
But I mean, at the same time, but here's my who is just gonna lay there and let it happen?
I don't know. I would literally.
Well, these are my issues with it. These are my issues. Did they have her like tied to one of those like those racks that they used to do to people and like tie them up by their hands and feet, and then he just squats over her nose? Like I don't. What's happening? I need more deets, even though I don't know if I want more details.
And again,
but we need them.
Regardless of what actually happened, whether she was a willing participant or she wasn't a willing participant, I just don't know how she does it if she's not. Like if you're laying there and somebody just squats and starts doing it, wouldn't you be like, I'm gonna get up?
Ew! What the hell are you doing? You're gonna, dude. I would lose my shit, for lack of a better word. I would go. Are you kidding me, dude?
Yeah,
There's no way. And then he gets up and go washes his own ass, but leaves her there with shit stinking depravity. Tell your boy, finish her. Okay, right? So he goes to town. You're getting all the aromas, bro. This is just.
Listen, we don't even need to describe it to say like and that other dude is 2 to 3 to 4 feet away from somebody else's doo-doo on a woman. Unless these guys are so depraved that it's turning them on that she has this happening to her while they're doing it. It's just that's what it is. But
it's
what's crazy? Bro. I don't.
It's too far, is what it is.
And again, and another detail about it and how it ended was basically Linda McMahon found out. Vince basically created an entry-level job for her in an office to keep her around.
She's like, I know, I've been there.
I feel like the Linda McMahon and Vince McMahon marriage has been a sham for a really long time. They're just together. Yeah, they're just a political couple. They're a political marriage at this point.
It's just
how can she?
What the hell do you guys think of this whole thing? Do you guys think that he did it? Do you think he not did it? Do you think this is being blown out? Do you think she's looking for money, or do you truly believe that she was, abused? I'm very curious to know what everybody thinks.
I'm gonna give you my full stance on this. I believe that a lot of the stuff, what started this relationship, is that it was consensual, and that I think she was into some of these things. Some women are into weird stuff. Now, was she groomed prior to all this happening?
Shit.
Well, not the I'm talking about like just crazy stuff, like 3-ways and being humiliated, and whatever it is.
I mean, of course.
I think there was a level of consensualness to it. I believe it was
consensualness.
Yeah.
We make up words here, talking whatever.
I'm trying to figure out a way of saying, like, I think she was basically a part of it. And when it was all said and done, she wants more money. And you know what, though? If he did all these things to her, the way it says, and I have no reason not to believe it or to believe, I don't know. I think if this happened, she does deserve more money. And him not paying her, she turned around and leaked all this stuff because he didn't fulfill his part of the NDA.
Don't say leaked.
And at the same time, Vince could have pushed the envelope, like we said. So I think She was in on it. He pushed the envelope.
Said push.
She didn't get enough money, and now she's pissed off. But overall, look, put it this way. If it wasn't consensual,
and pissed on.
If it wasn't consensual, then Vince should just be in jail, right? I mean, what are we talking about? So,
I agree. Totally agree. That's my whole point. So that's why I believe it was. Because if it was not consensual, dude, she'd be screaming to the press a victim. Do you know what I'm saying? And there'd be charges being brought up instantly. And Vince would already be sitting there. We'd be looking at his mugshot right now.
Let's make a point about that. We don't know that. Women get raped and they don't say anything because to me, if it was all forced, I think she would have a harder time coming out with it. I think because it's consensual and she wants more money, she's coming out with it. Because I don't know.
But if she really was raped, I can't see her. Here's my issue. If say she was truly raped, right? She comes out and says all this just to get her money. Do you believe? I don't believe for a second she would come out and expose all this, saying he took a dump on me. But of course she would be like, it was terrible. He held me down and they took a shit all over my face. But we didn't hear nothing like that. It's just, I want my money. He took a dump on me. He sent my pictures to his friends. They used me as a urinal. Whatever.
Oh, that's the other part of the story that I didn't mention, that he apparently he directed her to send a video of her peeing to Brock Lesnar.
Oh, good. It's because Brock's into piss, I guess.
Dude,
I don't understand anything anymore.
There's
whatever happened to just finding your dad's old dirty magazine and being happy? You know what I'm saying?
That's why I wanted to talk about this. This is just some crazy stuff. I mean, being a huge wrestling fan, and it sucks because, I don't know if it sucks, but, Vince, listen, we all know Vince is obviously an asshole behind closed doors. All the people he has to fire. He's a boss.
Of course.
He's a dick. He's done a lot of dick things.
Of course.
But he's
a boss and a showman.
But he is involved in so much like wrestling content, and he's the king. He's the king. He's the king. So, it sucks because it's like, it's knowing how such a depraved, knowing that Vince is sitting there taking a shit while somebody's banging her is just so weird. Like now I'm like, man,
I don't understand any of this.
We're still trying to wrap our head around the poop three-way. That's what it's called. The poop-trois.
It doesn't
the menage a poop.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah. No, I like the poop-a-trois. It's the poop-a-trois. I like that one.
Is it the poop-a-trois or menage a poop? I don't know, man. I don't.
No, I'm going to go with poop-a-trois. That's a good one. Poop-a-trois. I like it. It rolls off the tongue better. Poop-a-trois.
So
what the
I don't
hell's
know
happening?
For the select individuals who do watch this video or get to watch it, I would say, what do you think? Is she lying? Should Vince be in jail? Listen, I'll tell you this, and I think we could all agree on this. I think we could all agree this woman needs to get paid. She needs to get paid. If it's true.
Totally.
If it's true.
Yes. All right, so look, here's the deal. If this comes out as true, we find out that Vince is a serial shatter. I want everybody out there to go to the dollar store, buy yourself one of those thin packs of friggin' dollar store wipes, and mail it to Vince. Let's all send him wet wipes.
That would be funny. Oh my God, wait, I zoned out for a second. Sweet. That's actually a great...
Imagine the amount of wet wipes we could send to Vince. So look, we're going to do the wet wipe movement. If Vince McMahon...
Yeah, but technically really in this story... It's not him that needs the wipes.
No, it is. He's still going to wipe. Well, I don't need to send to her. No.
So the wet wipes have to go to her house. Yeah, you know what? No. How about this? If she wins an exorbitant amount of money where we could actually feel happy for her, then we send her a bunch of wet wipes.
You said an absorbent. That's perfect.
Whatever.
No two-ply shit. Get her the wet wipes. She don't need the good stuff. So look,
but guess what? Everybody could use some wet wipes. She'll have a lifetime supply of wet wipes. There you go. It will make it into a joke and a positive.
Nothing wrong with it.
Somebody's still
just get the flushable kind for her.
Somebody's still
even though you should never put them in the toilet regardless.
Somehow we're still going to be bigots. It don't matter.
if you guys really dig this kind of content, this is a new segment me and Greg are going to be working on from now on. We're going to keep this going, talking whatever. Keep coming back, let us know, and give us more topics. Anything you guys think we need to cover on this. We're going to try to stay current with current events, and we're going to have some fun here. So
yeah, post some stuff. Let's see some stuff.
Yeah, I want some topics that anybody thinks that we need to touch here. We probably shouldn't talk about touching stuff. This is over.
Yeah, this is done.